It is weird that he asked that and then he got fingered by Cyril Gahn.
How about that, Dan?
How about that, Dan? I don't think Volkov was ever a child.
Loader. Hardly know her.
Crazy.
So you had to go through an entire round of that demon. Monty, no.
Yeah. I'm coming. Man, he got eye poked, but now it's like, where's Waldo, you know? A little prairie dog, a little turtle action.
Yeah.
Yeah, your little elf on the shelf. Let's do this. Tepid, I'd say.
Dude, that would be the worst. Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean.
I'm Joe.
We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us as we chase the perfect parlay each week. This week, we're breaking down UFC Qatar, Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. And if you like our content, make sure you're subscribed.
This past weekend, we got mopped. All of our stuff pretty much lost due to Wellmaker. I don't know what was going on with him, but we do post on our Patreon. We post all of our parlay picks. So if you join for free, you could actually get these picks on a written sheet on Patreon. If you wanted to pay $1, you get our spicy picks. And usually our spicy picks have at least one parlay that hits per week. And those are pretty spicy picks. So make sure that you either follow for free or you subscribe for $1. $1 is really nothing, especially with how much value you get out of it. We are pretty active on Patreon as well. Also, we would love to hear from you guys. You guys love talking shit in our comments, so we made it easy for you. We create a hashtag MMA Mathletes Hot Takes. That way you could post your hot takes, your fight picks, or just talk shit. We're going to be checking all of them, and we're going to be reacting to our favorite ones on the podcast.
So this card was pretty crazy, huh?
Dude, from bell to bell, everything was crazy the entire time. They actually delivered finally on a UFC card.
I mean, MSG always delivers.
True. It always delivers, and it always has one or two that you're like super shocked with. Like, for instance, the Wellmaker one. I don't know if it was the MSG or if it was maybe a throne fight. I don't know. He just looked really dog shit out there. I'm not even going to stress enough how dog shit he looked. I didn't know if he looked that bad or if Ethan Ewing just looked that good.
I think it's a little bit of both. Honestly, Ewing, I was thinking that Ewing was going to look a lot better than people were going to give him credit for. When I watched some of his highlights, I was like, you know, he could throw a really good, 1-2, and he's pretty good at like mixing everything together. I really thought that he might give Wellmaker some problems. I didn't know it was going to be all the problems. And I didn't know that Wellmaker was absolute fraud checked.
Dude, insane. He just, like, every time he would do an exchange, he would never leave. He would just stand in front of him and just get teed off on it. It was crazy.
I know we literally criticized Bueno Silva a couple weeks ago that she does that. And that's like one of her fatal flaws in striking. I didn't know. I thought that he was a way better striker than that. That's pretty basic. The whole point of striking is to hit your opponent without you getting hit.
I mean, that is the name of the game.
Yeah. It's like you missed the whole second step.
Yeah. Also, he would just sit there in like quicksand. And when he would, oh my God, when he would hit Ewing, when you'd hit him with these big shots, he would just stop. Like when he hit him with a knee, you audibly hear him go, ugh, when everyone's yelling, he's hurt to the body, he's hurt to the body. His hands go real low and he's blocking his body. Ewing is. And Wellmaker just starts going towards him, not really throwing any shots to the body. Eventually just starts like going and lining up a few shots to the head. Everyone's like, body. His corner's like, body. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to throw it to the body. And he was gassed after that knee. That definitely took the wind out of him, fucked him up. And he was like, no. That's why I'm a little bit like, with all this betting shit going on, tinfoil hat. I'm just saying, he always talks about how he didn't have money before and all this stuff. Yeah, he's making these good bonuses. But if someone comes up with the right amount of money, maybe breaks him off a piece, that's a lot of money.
Especially if you're a big favorite like that.
Huge favorite.
That means that guy's a huge underdog.
100%. 1,000%.
Yeah. And I mean, one credit to Ewing because he did something that a lot of people don't do in striking, I feel, in MMA. And that's like overload the register. Like when you and I spar, for example, you throw like a lot of jabs to just kind of get me to be like, where the fuck is this whole thing going? Right? Kind of overwhelms me. And then you throw some shit and I'm like, oh fuck, that's going to land. And he did that multiple times with his jab where he would just throw that. And like he would just, not to really land it, but it would be like 4 or 5 jabs in a row. And you would just see Wellmaker just kind of shell up and like not know what to do because he's just so overwhelmed with what's going on. And then Ewing would throw a big shot. And you're like, oh, wow, okay.
The other thing is Wellmaker doesn't throw volume at all. Apparently. Yeah. The biggest combination he's going to throw is a 3-punch combo, and he's going to stand there afterwards. But Ewing, he would go and he would throw a 2-punch combo, wait for the return, and then throw like a 5-punch combo after that. It was crazy.
He also did a really good job of timing with Wellmaker. Right when Wellmaker would hit him, when he had high guard, he would go and immediately throw back because he knows that he's in range. Mm-hmm. Like he did like all the simple things in striking, but he did it really well against a guy that we all thought was going to be that guy. And it turns out he's not that guy.
Yeah. And I wonder if it is that, that 145 going up to 145 to fight, not really used to that power, not really used to that weight. And then Homeboy going down to 145. Does he normally fight at 145, Ewing?
I think he does fight at 145.
He looked good at 145.
Yeah. Because I think he just had a fight a couple days previous. So he was just in that like weight class.
Wow. Good for him.
I mean, Wellmaker, dude, fuck.
Dude, lost so many people money.
I mean, we could always play devil's advocate too, like where, I mean, MSG, it has a mystique where like you probably go in there and you're like, some sick ass moments have happened here. Double champs have been made here. NBA championships have been won here. All this like mystique behind
legacy.
Yeah, the history. And you could definitely probably get overwhelmed in that moment. Also, being a huge favorite and on short notice. I mean, if I was in those shoes, I'd be like, and you're known as the guy that knocks everyone out in the first round. It's like, oh, well, I definitely have to put this guy out.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And then once you don't put him out, like in that first, couple strikes, you're like, oh, is this now actually going to be a fight? Fuck, what am I going to do now? I don't have a game plan for this. I had a game plan for that one check hook that I have. That's really fucking good.
It is a good check hook, though.
It's a great check hook. And you can do it from both stances, which is actually a very rare feat to have.
Yeah, he goes both ways. But the cool thing was about the whole card was that we saw so many knockouts, so many finishes. Bo Nickel surprised everyone. His striking looked on point that night.
He made Vieira look very, very ordinary. And I feel like I'm usually impressed with Vieira when he's in there. I mean, most of the time as of late, he's been kind of more on the decision fights. But he also has tough fights, Like some of these people are tough outs, like Andre Petrosky and like all these guys, Bo Nickel, he showed. He's gonna level up, and usually the biggest level ups happen when you lose.
His head kick setup though, beautiful.
He was throwing that body kick that whole time. Even I on street, but I was like, oh, he should throw that body kick, and I thought that he was throwing it right there, and then he throws the head kick. I was like, oh god, I mean that would have got me. You see Rodolfo, and he's like fully leaned into checking that kick. And he just goes right into that head kick.
Yeah, it's like whenever people like really commit, because like they go from here, they go from like this thing to like really like dipping their body because they're tired of it. So they come here and it just goes right over the top.
Beautiful.
Crazy. So good. I was really excited about that because one thing I love is a wrestler that actually puts time and energy into their striking. I think he's going to be a real problem in that division. He's going to be the new Kamaru Usman because, I mean, if he stays at this path, who's going to beat him? After he gets enough fights to get up there in the 15, 10, 5, 1 champ, I mean, if he stays on a very consistent course like he is right now, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be champ one day.
So, like, we'll project, like, let's say a year and a half from now, right? And Hamzat is potentially still champion at that time. Do you think he beats Hamzat?
We'll have to see what his striking looks like, and I don't see why he wouldn't. The problem was when we saw him against RDR, he didn't have great wrestling against RDR. He can get stuffed pretty easily, which was interesting. And RDR is no Chimaev, right? So in the Chimaev fight, he could not rely on his wrestling at all. He has to rely on striking and his takedown defense. which would be an interesting little combination. Because he can't, and if he gets tossed on his back, he's going to be fucked because he's a wrestler, and wrestlers do not like to be on their back.
He says that his wrestling's better than Hamzat's, though.
Yeah, but all wrestlers have that chip on their shoulder where they say, I'm better than everyone. And it's like, well, you did get fucked up by RDR. You know, if you just want to say you're better than everyone, you did lose, though. If you're better than him, you know, and I think Chimaev is better than RDR.
Yeah.
You know, grappling, more power in his shots. It's interesting because I think Chimaev actually has decent striking. He has good power, and his striking's come light years since the last time we saw a good striking bout with him. And it's just interesting to me that he doesn't strike as often as he could.
And on top of it, he does just very simple combinations, but those combinations are so effective.
Very devastating.
Like when he does a 1-2, it lands and lands hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could definitely see Bo Nickel like moving up. I just don't know how good. Does he have a ceiling for his striking though? Like what do you think at his peak striking ability? Like, do you have a comparison?
No.
Do you think it would be Kamaru?
It just depends. So like, let's say he stays in this camp and they're doing really well. They're doing good things and he loses again. He gets outstruck this time. You know, he gets his shot stuffed. Then he has to start thinking, okay, well, maybe let's go to maybe bring in a different person from another camp. Because that's what really changed Kamaru. Kamaru wouldn't be Kamaru without Trevor Whitman. Trevor Whitman changed his hands. So Kamaru would still be trying to wrestle people the entire time and probably would have gotten fraud checked somewhere along the way. And he wouldn't have as big of a fan base, you know? So I think that he needs to find his Trevor Whitman if he wants to take it to that level.
I don't know, man. Mike Brown's a really good coach. I mean, if he just listens to him, keeps going, I think best case scenario, he has good enough striking that can lead to his ground game. You know, like kind of like Islam. I don't think Islam's striking is like amazing where he would go and, you know, be in a kickboxing match with like Stephen Thompson and win. But an MMA match, it's effective enough where you're like, okay, well, now I have to worry about, you know, his shots and stuffing the takedown, and it becomes this whole, you know, shit show of you trying to figure out what he's going to do next.
Which is what he did beautifully against JDM. In like the middle rounds, like the middle part of the fight, JDM's corner was like, man, you got to get out there. You got to really start sitting on your shots. And he's like kind of hesitant. You could see it. And then he landed one okay jab. I was like, okay, cool. I just touched Islam. Gets a little confidence. And as soon as he gets confidence to go, Islam hits him with like light stuff and just takes him down. All he's doing is building your confidence so that you actually commit to shots. So he just comes in with that body or that leg, just takes you down. Beautiful, beautiful.
His leg kick game is what really set him up. And that was actually the star of the show. Literally, he did like, I think 3 leg kicks in the first round. And that just sealed the deal.
Mm-hmm.
It completely eliminated any kind of angle cuts that JDM was going to use. If his movement was absolutely shot. His ground game looked, you know, his ground defense was really good. It was pretty amazing. I was very surprised with how good he looked on the ground, defending submissions and stuff like that, because that's not an easy task. I mean, he's submitting black belts. He's submitting people like, you know, Poirier, the man himself, Charles Oliveira, he put out on a submission. So like, that should be something that's, you know, when JDM looks at the footage, he's like, well, I did do that. That's pretty impressive. But besides that, like that leg kick, like he couldn't switch it to really any other passes or anything like that. He just stayed in half guard and was like, you know, hoping for the best.
You want to talk about leg kicks? Let's talk about Beneil Dariush. That was such a beautiful, devastating leg kick that he gave BSD. BSD knocked him out, but if you watch BSD leaving the ring after the post-fight interview, he's limping.
Yeah.
One kick And he's like, I can't even move this shit. That
like,
was a beautiful leg kick.
He was like, I got to get this shit done real quick
Yeah.
because that one sucked.
Yeah. Trey, quick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. First of all, his English is gone so far. I was very impressed with his English.
Yeah, super good.
Yeah, like now he doesn't even sound French. He sounds French Canadian. But don't come for me, man.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, yeah, he looked so good for that like 12 seconds in that fight. Who do you want to fight next?
BSD, who I want to fight next? Man, I want him to fight anyone in the top 5. Anyone. I don't even care. I don't want him to go champ status. I want him to fight a top 5, like bottom top 5, and then go 1 and then go champ. Because he's still young. He's 29 years old. So let's wait to try to be champion until he's like 32 because he's just now really shining.
I know this guy is going to not do it, but what I would really love to see is him versus Justin Gaethje. I think that fight would be so sick.
That would be a fun fight.
And I think, honestly, Justin could definitely clip BSD and potentially put him out. Because, I mean, he hits hard. But, either way, it's beneficial, right? So you got Justin. I don't think he's getting that title shot. I think that's going to be Patty from, like, pretty much every source. It's just like they're trying to figure little things out. So you're still waiting. You should probably get a fight, or else you're going to, you're getting on the older side, a little long in the tooth. You need to keep yourself a little bit active. Why not go for BSD? And then, for BSD, it's like, okay, I can try to take out one of the GOATs in this division and then move myself up. I don't know. I think it's a win-win because I definitely think that Justin, if everything's, right, Justin wins that fight, gives him a little bit more confidence as well. Get a little bit more evidence that you're that guy. And then, I don't know, like, that's going to be a fun fucking fight. That'll be fight of the night.
Would be.
Two really good dance partners in that fight.
2 things. First thing, long in the tooth is the most disgusting thing ever. That sounds just so gross to me. I know it's an expression. I've heard it. I know what it means, but it just still sounds really gross. A little long in the tooth over there, huh, boy? But the other thing is, you were talking about what you heard was Patty and not Justin Gaethje, right? So it's funny because a lot of people are thinking this Anthony Joshua fight is a sealed deal, but Chael said that it might not be a sealed deal. If that does happen, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, who takes that?
Anthony Joshua has to take that. I mean, if he doesn't, talk about rigged fights. That's a rigged fight right there. Like, what are we talking about? Anthony Joshua has been boxing his entire life. He's been on the biggest stage. He put out Ngannou, took an Ngannou shot and put out Ngannou. What, he's going to lose to Jake Paul? I'm sorry. Like, there's just no way. Jake Paul is not taking out Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's in his prime. If it lasts longer than like 3 rounds, it's sus. And on top of it, Anthony Joshua should probably just not box.
Yeah, at that point, you're going to hear the rumors. Does Jake Paul hit harder than Francis Ngannou?
Yeah, it's just wild. There's just no fucking way that this becomes an actually sanctioned fight.
Yeah, no way.
I'm sorry. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, Anthony Joshua, why are you entertaining this? I know you're going to make money off of this, but like, that's a lot of pressure on you. It's like, because you're going to have to put him out for the boxers in the world, or else you're, delegitimizing the boxing organizations.
The other thing is, though, is Francis Ngannou is older. So he might be more susceptible to a knockout than a young stud like Jake.
Mm-hmm.
So if he peppered him up really bad and went to decision and Jake Paul's eyes all shut, would you consider that a rigged fight still? He wins every round. Not Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua wins every round.
Dude, there's boxers out there that's like, if Jake even gets a punch on him, this is a sus fight.
Mm.
So, I wouldn't think so. Because I mean, sometimes boxers don't fight the way MMA fighters fight. You know, a true MMA fighter is trying to get the finish. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges. But in boxing, you really lean on the fact that you're going to go to the decision. You know, you're trying to outlast the other opponent, especially in the higher echelon of caliber fighters.
Yeah, but it's also interesting because Jake's trying to fight all these short guys, right? So he's like, oh, Canelo, you're 5'1", like, let's do this. He's like, oh, Gervonta, you're 2.5 inches tall. You know, you look like a little action figure.
Yeah, you're elf on the shelf.
Yeah, you're a little elf on the shelf. Let's do this. And it's like, now we get Anthony Joshua, an actual stud in the ring, knocking out people. He hasn't been knocked out, yes, but he's still no slouch. Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. I think Tommy Fury loses to Anthony Joshua. Not too hot of a take there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. It's room temperature take.
Yeah, room temp, tepid. I'd say a tepid take.
Tepid take.
And I just think that, I just think Anthony Joshua takes that. And if he doesn't take that, I would consider it. Now, these are rigged fights. Before, I wasn't thinking they're rigged. Now I'm like,
It's too big of a skill jump as well for Jake.
I agree.
In my opinion. I mean, he's going from, who's the last person he fought?
He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then he got taken away by ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the next day or something like that.
Definitely a way bigger skill jump. Way bigger man, obviously.
Huge, man, and in shape.
Yeah, he's not out of boxing right now.
Yeah, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. did not look in shape.
I mean, Anthony Joshua's fought killers. Like he fought, who's it? Dubois. I think that was his last fight, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I think he lost to him, but like the fact that you got in the same ring as him.
Yeah.
You know, Ruiz, not a slouch.
Ruiz kind of knocked his ass out, though.
He was the first one to dust him.
Yeah, that was crazy, too, because everyone thought Ruiz, they thought he was not going to do it. They were like, oh, Ruiz, this guy? Look at the way Anthony Joshua looks, bro.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Adonis over here.
Yeah, dude, I love that video of Anthony Ruiz punching his trainer in the face by accident.
Oh, yeah.
During mitts.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Anthony Joshua, that was when Anthony Joshua, everyone was like, oh, dude, he's going to have to fight Fury, and he's going to probably take it against Fury. You know, like that was the rumor. He was that guy.
That was the rumor.
You know, or if Deontay Wilder beats Fury, oh, don't worry, because Deontay Wilder is going to get wiped by Anthony Joshua. So that was the craziest one.
You know, I'd be happy to see Deontay Wilder just piece up Jake Paul real quick for a quick bag.
Dude, I don't think Jake Paul would want that.
Do you think he thinks like that? Do you think he thinks like, oh, that guy's a little bit too good out of my skill set, I'm going to get him later?
Maybe. I don't think that's the skill set issue. I think it's the intangible of the fact that Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua is like a prototypical boxer, like how he fights. It's very various in striking and stuff like that. He's not going to really throw big shots until he actually has an opening and he feels very confident in it. Versus Deontay doesn't give a fuck. He's going to throw that hand. And if you have your hands up, that's good. But if you have your hands even slightly down, he's going to catch you. And that's just how he does that shit.
And
like
he does that shit
Oh,
too.
yeah. The Fury one where the
ripples
is
Dude,
fucking wild.
So
dude.
sick, though.
Like fucking physics defining.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so, like, I think that intangible, I think he's like, I don't want that. Just on the off chance that his defense isn't all there. You know, because one wrong move, he's going to put your lights out.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think that he's a little delulu where he's like, I could probably fuck him up?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You think so?
I mean, the fact that he thinks that he's going to be able to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua and win this fight.
But I mean, Anthony Joshua versus him, there is a big gap there, too.
Yeah.
I think even Anthony Joshua to the Bronze Bomber, what's his name?
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. I don't know why I knew his nickname more than his regular name. But
it's a sick-ass nickname, first of all.
Yeah, he's a crazy story, too. But from point A to point B, that's a big gap. Mm-hmm. So from Jake Paul to get to Anthony Joshua is way easier than Anthony Joshua to come all the way over here to Deontay Wilder.
Do you think Deontay Wilder is that much better than Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's better. It's really hard with Anthony Joshua because he does have that intangible, or that what do you call that? Like the X factor. You can't really, what do you call it?
Yeah, like the intangible.
Intangible. So he has that little thing that is his hand. Like he has like the hand of God. And so like if he hits you, you go out.
You're talking about Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, you said Anthony Joshua.
Oh, sorry. I meant Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has that. Anthony Joshua has, like you said, he's just a better boxer. I think Anthony Joshua's a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he has more things to end the fight.
He just has the genetics that if he, I think, because I'm pretty sure, do not kill me in the comments for this, but I think that he started a little bit later in life boxing.
He did, yeah.
Like he didn't start until like a teenage or 20 years.
I think he was in his 20s. I believe it was 22. And then within like 2 or 3 years, he was in the Olympics. I believe. I could check that real quick.
Imagine if he was Fury's kid and he's starting at 4 years old with the intangibles that he has. He would have been the greatest boxer of all time.
He started when he was 20 years old in 2005. In 2007, about 2 years after he started, Wilder won both the National Golden Gloves and the U.S. National Championships. Then he got on the U.S. 2008 Olympic team and went on to win the bronze medal at the Beijing Olympics. That's just his start to his career. That's insane.
And only in a couple years, too.
Yeah. So he just has the natural gift. Join us on our live stream this Saturday on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. We'll be reacting to every fight and making live bets. Win big, lose big. You don't want to miss it. So first up, we have Merrick Bolgelow versus Denzel Freeman. Who do you have?
I have Merrick by money line. He's taking this with a full fight camp. Denzel Freeman's taking a short notice. I think that's pretty simple. Merrick just looks really good too. Very complete fighter. Really good ground game. And he has a weird name, so I'm assuming that he lives on that side of the world. So
yeah,
it's not going to be too bad of a travel time for him.
Yeah, because it's in Qatar.
Yeah, so I just think that's going to be just pretty quick work for him. I wouldn't do overs or unders or anything. I think it's just going to be straight up money line for him.
Yeah, I didn't want to do an over and under because Denzel is taking us on a short notice, so it could be the under. But if this is a full camp, I would say the over on this.
Especially with short notice fights, I find that the person that's taking on short notice, sometimes they come in super hot on the fight because they're trying to finish it early because they don't have that gas tank to keep up for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, I gotta get this done. We gotta make this short work, or else I'm gonna get taken over.
Yeah. So a smart move for Merrick would be to take him down early, wear him out for the first round and a half, and then be like, okay, now we could fight.
Yeah, exactly. Next one, I have Nicholas Dalby versus Saigid Izagamayev. I'm assuming that's how you would say his name.
Do you think Dalby's done?
He might be done. I mean, he's 41 years old.
Yeah, it's his age. That's the thing. It's like now he's starting to slow down. He looks so great in his late 30s. Very great. With this fight, I was thinking that just because of his age, and I feel like he's slowing down in time, I actually have Saigid winning.
Same.
Do you have money line or do you have over under?
Just money line.
Just money line. Just however you can do it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he might be a grappler. Like he might grapple him. Or we don't know what Dalby's chin looks like after that knockout from Randy Brown.
Dusted by Rude Boy.
Yeah. I mean, he might have shattered his chin testing ability. We don't know yet. I mean, he's also older. So, if he did unlock that chin, we might know this weekend.
100%. I agree.
Next one, I have Nurilo Aliyev versus Shamrock. They're just making up names at this point. I have Aliyev money line. Honestly, you just trust anyone with the last name that ends with a V.
Yeah.
In these cards.
Right when I saw the chin strap, I knew it was game over.
I don't know what else to say. Like you just, next. Like it's probably gonna go to decision. It's a whatever fight. Whatever.
Also, like you said, it's in Qatar, so it's over on that side of the world. So I just feel like he's just gonna have.
It's just kind of a safe bet that people that are from like the Russian, China area, Asian area, things like that, because they don't have to travel, or people from like Morocco or from the Middle East or something like that. Like they're gonna perform better because they don't have to travel as gnarly as someone that is coming there from Brazil.
Yeah.
That's a rough fucking travel, or from America or from Europe, anything like that. It's like it takes some time to get to Qatar. So I mean, it's just kind of an easy home field advantage.
True.
At that point.
True.
Next, I have Ismail Nurdiev versus Ryan Loder.
Who do you have?
I have Ryan Loder. Money line.
Ooh.
I
have Ishmael.
Why is that?
So Ishmael, I just think he's a better fighter. The only person that Ryan Loder's looked good against was Valentin. But Valentin, he hasn't even won a fight in the UFC yet, And that was a dog fight when they were fighting, If it was a lower promotion, I think it would be very good. Ryan Loder, he's like 6'2", big wrestling background. I think that Ishmael, he's just fought higher caliber people. His last big win was against Bruno Silva. He is a shorter fighter, and I was kind of nervous about that. But Bruno Silva is 6 foot. Ryan Loder 6'2", so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. I think that his experience with higher caliber fighters, we're going to see it on display. I don't think that Ryan Loder's taking this.
I was just thinking with his grappling background, that he's going to be pretty dangerous with that. I don't know. I thought it was a razor thin decision for me. So, I mean, if you feel pretty confident about Aliev, again, it's hard to bet against a guy with V in the last name.
Yeah, and he has load in his last name. So I was like, no.
That's your favorite daddy.
Loader.
Loader. Hardly know her.
I know her.
All right. Next one. I mean, I think we both have the right answer, I would say. Bagzat Almakan versus Alexandre Topuria.
Who do you have?
I have Topuria, money line.
I do as well. It's so crazy though, because it is such a razor thin fight. I did go back and forth actually, because he is a Topuria. Yes, he has like the training camp. He has the mystique. He has all these things. Yes, but I mean the other guy's no slouch. And
100% no.
When you watch his fights, you're like, this guy could definitely get this shit done. I think Topuria has a better overall game. Their age, 28 to 29. Height, 5'6". Weight, obviously 135. Reach, 68-inch reach for both of them. How crazy is that they're that close? But the thing that had me all nervous was Bezcott. He dropped Umar Nurmagomedov. Fresh as a daisy, just dropped him. And then Umar had to scramble because he was hurt, and he eventually won the fight. But fresh as a daisy, just dropped him. So I was like, oh God, this guy's got the touch,
Yeah.
So like it's very hard to bet on people that have the touch because they could be losing the whole fight and they could just touch you. Yeah. But I think that Topuria's wrestling, if he does feel danger, I think he'll be able to take to the ground and just finish it there.
I just find that Bascat, he performs best when he's on the front foot. He's not really a counter fighter. He likes to engage in the fight. And Topuria's, they like their pressure. He's going to force Bascat to, be on the cage the entire time, essentially. And I think he'll be able to find his shots. Mm-hmm. I think it goes to decision, though.
Speaking of Loader, when Topuria was fighting Thickness, I think the only reason it lasted so long is because Thickness evades a lot. He hits and he gets out of there. But like you were saying, Bezcott kind of looks for the fight. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. That's why, because I was nervous because Bezcott, he has the power and he looks for the fight. Topuria has the power and he looks for the fight. If they meet in the middle and they just go at it,
it's going to be a car crash.
I think one of them might actually knock the other one, TKO. I have Topuria. I think it could go to decision, but it could definitely be Topuria by knockout, building that mystique a little bit more. But I would just play it safe, Topuria money line.
But with Ilya having that like touch of death mystique, do you think it transfers over to his brother?
They have similar training camp. That's the thing, and they had similar upbringing, and The thing with not Pantoja, I always want to say Pantoja because his first name, but the thing with Topuria, Alexandra, I don't know. Younger brother Topuria. The thing with him is that he put his whole career on break and pause to go help his brother become champion, and now he's coming back and doing that stuff. So I think that whole time he's been training, they've been ready to be like, hey man, I know you're helping me get champ status, but we're not forgetting about you. And they were like, making sure he's getting there as well.
Also, just gangster shit.
Yeah, and if you're sitting here and you're fighting your brother, who's Ilya, you're sparring with him and stuff, I'm pretty sure you're going to be good enough to be fucking up this guy.
Like the iron sharpens iron type of thing.
Yeah, but it also sucks because it's like, it's also a different human being altogether. So he could not be that guy. But we're just thinking the last name transfers.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do you think when Basquiat comes in and he sees a Topuria across from him, he's like, oh shit, it's Topuria?
I think that's what a lot of people think. Do you think you
get a little bit of it?
100%. I think he poops a little bit and he's like, oh, nope.
Yeah.
A little prairie dog, a little turtle action.
Yeah.
I think he does get it. And, but I think that we're going to see a lot with this fight. This fight is, I mean, I know everyone's excited to see a Topuria out there, but honestly, this is bigger than I think that they think.
Well, because like we don't know much about him.
Yeah.
Like, what if he just has pillow hands? We just find out. Dude, that would be the worst.
Dude, it'd be great. I would love that.
Ilya would be like, I can't have you as my brother anymore. We're going to have to replace you.
Yeah, bro. But like,
doing a casting call for his new brother.
But like in Kingdom, for instance, right? Nick Jonas, he wasn't a good fighter. He just kept going out there and getting his ass beat until eventually he got okay at fighting to the point where it was like, I win some, I lose some. Before he was just losing. So, I mean, Alexandra could also be that way where it's like win, lose. And then eventually it's, I win more than I lose.
Do you think he has the pressure to be great with his brother though?
100% he has that pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Especially because he's the younger brother. So Ilya's going to... he's going to retire, probably go over to boxing, and he's probably going to coach his corner in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to... I think that's... I don't think that's the whole reason, but I'm sure that factors in at least, 20%, 25%. Like, my brother wants to do UFC. Ilya wanted to be great. So he's like, what I'll do is I'll just be champion, double champ. Already accomplished that, right? So now that I'm double champ, I'm going to go to boxing, and I'll go do that and let him shine in UFC. So I wonder if that's in his mindset, like that's a good exit strategy for me because he does have the hands for boxing.
He does. He has that touch, man.
He does have that touch.
So the next one we have is Tagir Ulambikov versus Kyogi Horiguchi. Who you got?
I have Tagir. Tagir is a big submission guy. And so if you look at just kind of what he's been doing, it's like he always goes for the submissions in the ground, but he just sometimes can't get it done. But it's okay because I'm going to get the decision, So that's kind of how he wins, by decision a lot. It's either going to be a decision or a submission, not a knockout or anything like that. I think it's crazy because Kyoji, he actually left the UFC in 2016. He fought in a bunch of stuff in between 2016 and now, but this is his first fight back in the UFC. And he's on the latter part of his career. So pretty interesting that they would bring him back and just give him Tagir. Tagir is on, if you look at a lot of really good fighters, he's taken their spot. Like he's defeated a lot of really good people. So I think Tagir I think he takes it.
I have the same exact thing for the same exact reason. And on top of it, he has a name with the last letter V, and we just respect that.
Yes, sir.
And next one, we have Abdul Rahman Yakayev versus Rafael Sequedia. Who you got?
I have Abdul Rahman. He has 3 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 1 decision victory. He's only 24 years old. In the 205 division, which everyone gets knocked out in or submitted. Not very many decisions, you know what I mean? I think he's going to come out, and I think he's going to be able to get this guy out of there. I think it might be it's either him or it's him by KO.
Oh, 100%. I agree. I have him money line. I just think that, I mean, the odds are like him minus 1,000, and I think for good reason.
He's my lock of the week. No,
but he like puts people to sleep, man. He gets the job done. He gets it done normally within the distance.
Yeah, so maybe if you don't want to bet on him, you could do doesn't go the distance.
We have Bogdan Grad versus Luke Riley.
What is the opposite of a lock of the week? I am so shaky on this fight. It's ungodly. So we have Bogdan, he just stands in front of you, jacked ass dude, lots of power. Doesn't really move a lot, but he can hit, he can crack. He has a lot of good composure. Crazy good composure. But I've been following this guy, Luke Riley, for a while. Great kickboxer. And
he's like the opposite almost.
Yeah.
Where he's very evasive, has lot of footwork.
Lots of footwork. He just peppers you with shots the entire time. He's a dog as well.
Yeah,
he loves to bleed.
He also comes out of
Patty's gym.
Patty's gym, yeah.
Yeah.
So he definitely probably knows some of that jits.
Well, that's the thing that scared me too. So Bogdan, I think he has a better ground game than him. I think Bogdan has more of a wrestling background. And then he has, I saw him on a fight, Luke Riley. I saw him fighting and he was on his back against the fence. And if his opponent didn't back away a little bit and make a mistake, he wouldn't have gotten up. So I was really like, hopefully this guy learned a little bit more on the ground. But if this stays standing, I think that he's able to hit and not be hit. And I think he's going to take the fight.
I think that Riley's going to get this.
I hope he does. I have Riley.
I have Riley as well.
But I just hope that he wins. So he's 11-0, 8 knockouts. That's his record. So I'm pretty here for this guy. Very entertaining fighter. I hope that he's able to at least stay in the UFC. I really want to see what he's able to become with the UFC backing him.
Also, I think Luke Riley is a sick-ass name, so... Yeah.
Yeah, if you said that name to me, I'd be like, yeah, he's British, right? Before we jump in the main card, drop a like, comment your picks and your hot takes, and make sure you subscribe for more fight breakdowns each week.
Dude, this first fight is so crazy for a main card opener.
There's another one that I was like razor thin on.
Yeah, Alex Perez versus Azu Almabayev.
Is that what it is? I thought it was Asu.
Or Asu Almabayev. Regardless, I have Almabayev money line or the over.
Oh, sick. I do too.
I just think, Perez is the older fighter, but also Asu is just such a demon on grappling. He is an absolute fucking pest of a human being.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. Like he literally lives in the clinch or lives on the ground. It's crazy. And I think this is a really tough fight for Alex Perez to come back, especially with that knee injury. I know he's fully, recouped it and all that stuff, but mentally, has he fully recouped it? We don't know. Because like you'll see people recover from these knee injuries and it's like, yeah, they're physically recovered. But then what happens when someone throws something that's a little close to that knee? How do you react to that?
Or they get in that awkward knee bar situation. Yeah. Even if they don't get the knee bar, does a tweak.
Or, even something as simple as trying to get a single leg on that knee. Like, how do you feel?
Even stepping back. Let's say you throw a jab and you're stepping back.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that.
He takes his back. Do you have PTSD? Because that's what happened with your knee last time.
God, don't even remind me. That was so disgusting.
So disgusting. There's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers with Alex Perez's what he's going to do in the ring. Versus Asu, we know exactly. He's such a known quantity. We know he's just going to go step forward. He's going to take him down. He's just going to kind of try to ragdoll him. And whether or not Perez allows that, that's the question.
Asu outstruck Odie Osborne before submitting him. Pretty crazy. Mm-hmm. But if you listen to what Perez has done, like the names he has, listen to this. He's only lost to big names. So his only losses are to Joseph Benavidez, Figgy, Pantoja, Tatsu Taira, and then Makayev. That is a crazy list of people to lose from. But thing is, Asu is also a pretty big name right now. Like he's getting bigger. Like he's 100%. 1 or 2 fights away from really making a name for himself.
Unfortunately, that doesn't really hold much weight because it's flyweight. And I mean, if he puts on a decent performance against Alex Perez, he might be fighting Pantoja next.
Yeah.
We don't know.
True. Pantoja's just running train on that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too is, so like you were saying on the live stream the other day, it's like Pantoja is a great champion. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
Do you think he has good striking?
He has good enough striking to lead to his ground game. I think
it's pretty good striking.
Yeah, but I think that his ground game is what really makes him great.
So you think he has good ground game?
Yeah.
Do you think that because of his division, he just looks great? Because his division he's so much above the people that are in it, and it's such a washed ass division. Like for instance, you were talking about the 155 division, the 145 division, the ones that like all these divisions that are really packed with people, or the women, right? So it's like Shevchenko looks great in there, but the 115, she already ran. Homegirl ran train in there, so she's like, I don't want to keep beating all these people up. I'm gonna go up to 125. Because you just keep running through everyone. Do you think it's like that? Like he's great now, but he wouldn't be great in another
like if it was
era.
Yeah, if it was 10 years ago and you had to fight Joseph Benavidez, Henry Cejudo in his prime,
Demetrius Johnson. Do you think he would still be in that era? I don't think
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either. But his record is gonna look like, oh, dude, look at him. He's
I mean, I feel like it's hard to say it right now, but Tom Aspinall, like, does he look like the fucking boogeyman and the absolute demon of the heavyweight division just because the heavyweight division is so lacking?
Yes. I think so. I've been saying that for a while. I think that he's really good. I think he's got great power. But like if you had someone who was John Jones at 205 in that division, like if Cyril Gane had John Jones ground game, no way does he do that stuff. If you have John Jones when he's at 205 going in, John Jones, I mean, if you look at his resume, he was taking out all the names.
That's why he's the GOAT. He fought at 205 when the 205 was at its most competitive. He fought at 205 when you had you still had Chuck Liddell in there. You still had Rashad Evans. You had Rampage Jackson. Like you had all these guys that are just absolute.
Yeah, Lyoto Machado, Dominic Reyes when he hasn't lost
and
yet.
He only could essentially he could only fight those people. And, fight Shogun, fight all the Lyoto Machado. He could only fight those at one point. Like that's the only names that he was
DC
popping.
He's fighting all the legends.
Yeah, at 205. There's not many people you can say that. And we talked about it, or at least I was mentioning it on the stream with GSP. That's like kind of the negative I feel with him. There's only a couple greats that he really fought. He fought Matt Hughes. He lost to Matt Hughes, but then he also won against Matt Hughes. So they were tied or whatever. But then you have Michael Bisping that he fought. Who else did he fight that was that guy that transcends generations? Definitely Matt Hughes does. Definitely Michael Bisping, I would say, is up there. I think he was really good at his time. Who else did he fight?
Big names. Matt Hughes. He lost to him first. And then he beat Jason Mayhem Miller, Frank Trigg, BJ Penn, Matt Hughes.
BJ Penn is a big one. I'll give him that.
He lost to Matt Serra, beat Koscheck, beat Matt Hughes a second time. So they fought 3 times.
Okay.
Beat him twice. Beat Matt Serra the second time. Beat BJ Penn again. Thiago Alves. Alves, yeah.
I think so.
Dan Hardy. Koscheck again. Jake Shields. Carlos Condit. It's your boy.
Fucking boy.
Nick Diaz. Johnny Hendricks. Michael Bisping. So he has he has a really good record.
But none of those, when you look at John Jones's record, right? If you wanted to pull that up, it's literally the people that we talk about like being potential goats, like at one point, you know, Chuck Liddell in his prime is like a potential goat. Like that was a crazy human being. Shogun, he was a fucking absolute animal. You know, like not to say that like I'm not trying to diminish the people that GSP has fought.
You ready?
What?
All right. He beat Ryan Bader, Mauricio Rua.
Okay.
So Shogun.
Yeah, Shogun.
That's when he took the belt. Now it's only championship fights. Quentin Jackson, Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, Alexander Gustafsson, Glover Teixeira, DC, OSP, Ovis St. Prix or Prue or whatever.
Yeah.
Daniel Cormier, Alexander Gustafsson again, Anthony Smith, Thiago Lopez, Dominic Reyes, Cyril Gane, Stipe Miocic.
Yeah, it said Thiago Lopez?
Oh, sorry, Thiago
Santos. I mean, that's probably the only guy. Him and OSP are the only guys on that list that are like not. You would throw them in any generation, and they're gonna be, you know, top 5 guys in that division.
Yeah,
top 10 guys.
But so by that logic, right? Big names beating all these legends. What about Topuria, Ilya? Because he's beating. I mean, he's taking out all the legends.
That's the thing that
in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, that's the thing that's so impressive to me. That's why he's one of my favorite fighters to watch. Is because he's okay with being like, okay, I'm going up a weight class. That's cool. Who am I fighting? Oh, I'm not gonna fight a unranked guy to get my feet wet. No, I'm gonna fight Charles Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's a wild thing to do. Going up a weight class. You don't even know how it feels to fight another person with the same skill range as you in that weight class. It's just so sick to see. If he gets up to 170 and fights Islam there,
that's such a stupid fight.
It might be a stupid fight.
Stupid fight.
I mean, he might be delusional, but imagine he wins that fight.
Dumbass fight, dude. He will look like a child compared to. I don't know why he called him out like that.
I don't know. I have a feeling that he might be looking like a child in that fight. But you know who else looked like a child in their fight? Volkov. He doesn't look like a child to anyone. Volkanovski.
I don't think Volkov was ever a child.
Yeah, I think he just came out of his mom's womb just being a grown ass 6'7" man.
Most of them's like, wah! You know, it's like,
Yeah, he was out there. He already had headphones on, listening
and they were
to
like,
Slaughter Prevail.
It's a Volkov.
Yeah, you okay,
like,
brother?
It's like this. They're delivering babies like this. They're like, wah! It's like Greg. Yeah. Wah! Stephen Volkov.
No, they were like,
yeah.
just chiseling his fucking back tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, Volkanovski versus Islam. Volkanovski definitely looked small compared to Islam. And in that first fight, I think he won that fight.
No, in that first fight, he did win that fight.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not unheard of. And I think that Topuria can definitely get it done. Whether or not he can get it done, I mean, I'm excited to at least, you know, the notion that he tries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the fact that he's willing to give up his undefeated status for that, I'm here for it. I respect that play, even if it doesn't work out in his part. Not to get super off topic.
On a tangent. Next, we have Sergey Spivak versus Shamil Gaziev. This is a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, talking about a fucking razor thin fight.
Really? I have Spivak on this one.
I have Spivak.
Yeah, I feel like Spivak's just going to get done. I didn't think it was that razor thin.
I was like, is Spivak? Is it Gaziev?
Yeah, I just think any heavyweight with a good ground game, I'm going to bet on them.
It also goes with your talent that you fought. Spivak's only fought like top 10 talent for the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Tybura or...
He beat Tybura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like it's like...
Submitted him.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Ground game is spectacular.
And he's only lost to like good, you know, great fighters like, you know, Jalton Almeida and Cyril Gane and
KOs, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think Cyril Gane was a decision, right?
I think it was a decision.
But yeah, he was KO'd.
He went to decision
Jonathan.
against Cortez, Waldo. So I mean,
Man, he got eye poked, but now it's like, where's Waldo? You know.
no,
But
seriously.
yeah, Spivak, I think is going to take this. I think it's a pretty easy one. I think it's I wouldn't bet the over or the under because it could be a submission.
Yeah.
And it might be a submission. I think that's the best way to victory. I think he shouldn't try to do anything. I think he should just take it to the ground and submit him.
It is really hard with heavyweights to really gauge the over under situation just because you never know, because it's so easy for them to knock each other out. Or, if you have even decent ground game, it's so easy to get that submission because so many of these guys rely on their size to really have their ground game. And then you get someone that, that's slick like a Jailton Almeida. And it's just so easy for them to like, oh, yep, we're going to slip that Kimura. I feel like you see so many Kimuras in heavyweight division versus other divisions.
Yeah.
Like these simple ones that
I love the Kimura.
Like when do you, besides, R.I.P. Juliana Pena, but besides Juliana Pena, when else do you see really like Kimuras? Like the last time I saw it besides Pena is like maybe Sean Brady versus Kelvin Gastelum. It's like not a very common one to get because it's kind of an easy one to defend versus other ones. I feel like you just put your hand in the pocket, things like that.
I don't know. You can still rake that one in.
I mean, you could definitely do that, but I just feel like people don't really like hold on to that submission. They'll be like, okay, fuck it. Like I'm gonna go to something else.
Yeah, usually you use that submission for like passing when you get to that
like
level.
a sweep.
Like a sweep, yeah. Yeah, I think Spivak's gonna take that.
He's too good to go on a 3-fight losing streak at this point.
True.
Because it would be Jailton and then Cortez and then this guy. Come on. I mean, I don't know. I think the numbers are for Spivak. The next one I have is Jack Hermanson versus fucking this asshole with fucking what the hell is this?
It's eyes. So it's I think it's Mick Tibek.
Mitibek Oralbai?
Yeah, Oralbai.
All right. Well, I have Oralbai money line. I think Hermanson is he's getting too old. 37. I think this guy's 27.
Yep.
I think he's just gonna it's gonna be a good fight, but I think he's just gonna be a little bit faster than him, a little bit stronger than him. Just everything's just gonna be a little bit more where you're like, oh man, Hermanson, like you're just, you might need to put these up.
Yeah, I feel like Hermanson, his best way to victory is to take you down and do ground and pound. That's like his like bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Mintebek is in his previous fights is he stands in front of people. You'll hear his corner yelling, "Footwork, we need footwork," and he just stands there kind of a bit too long. So hopefully he's fixed that. He's 27 years old. Every time he gets in there, he's a little bit better. His first fight in the UFC, I mean, he submitted Uros Medic. So that's pretty sick,
The fact that you survived against Uros Medic is a testament to itself.
Second round submission.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So you had to go through an entire round of that demon.
On a 4-day notice. UFC debut, 4-day notice, second round submission against Uros Medic. Like, I just think that this guy he's growing so much every single fight, and I think that this next fight is going to really showcase it. They're giving him good fights too, I feel, to push him, but also not over push him. It's just like such a good amount of progressive overload in his fights.
Yeah.
So I
like breadcrumbing him.
Yeah, breadcrumbing him up, and I think that Jack Hermanson's a great person to kind of just add like a notch in the belt to. I have him just winning money line.
I don't know how it's going to get done. I mean, I think the most likely outcome is that he just kind of outlasts Hermanson. I think everything is just going to be a little bit better than Hermanson, and then he'll probably get the decision. But that's not my lock of the week. So
my lock of the week is this next one: Volkan Oezdemir versus Alonzo Menafield. So I've thought that for a while, Menafield is kind of behind the ball. I think he just looks for that one shot. And I mean, if you watch him against, who's the guy he lost to, the kickboxer? He was losing till he wasn't. I won money.
Oh, Dustin Jacoby.
When he was fighting Dustin Jacoby, he was getting dusted by Jacoby until he wasn't. And then he just threw something and knocked him out. I think that's kind of like where he's at. I think he just kind of winging a prayer it. He's 38 years old. Volkan is 36 years old. I think he has better striking, better gas tank. Alonzo's always tired. I'm just tired of betting Alonzo. I don't think that he's a great fighter. I think he's going to get fraud checked in this one. And I think we might have a possible KO, but I'm going to say just Volkan money line.
Okay. I mean, I have Volkan money line as well. I mean, I just think that Menifield is just a little too old. I think it's similar to Hermanson. I think that it's not going to be like necessarily that he's, going down this huge hill or whatever. I just think that Volkan's going to be just a little bit faster, a little bit more powerful, a little bit more. Everything's going to be a little bit more. His gas tank's going to be a little bit more. And then he's just going to wear on Menifield. But he could definitely catch Menifield. Menifield can obviously definitely catch him as well.
Yeah, that's Menifield's path to victory, though, is to catch him.
Yeah. But, I mean, I just don't see it happening. But we'll see.
Yep, I agree.
This one is going to be my lock of the week. We got Belal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Garry. Who you got?
I actually have Ian Garry. Who is your lock of the week?
Mine is Belal Muhammad by decision. I think he's going to get it done. I just don't believe in Ian Garry. I mean, he hasn't shown me anything that suggests, hey, he is that guy. Every single time he fights, I mean, his first couple fights, I mean, he was fighting people that were just, kind of irrelevant in the scene. No offense to them. And he knocked him out. All right. I mean, I think his most important victory that he has on his UFC career is honestly probably D-Rod. Him knocking out D-Rod, that was an impressive feat.
That was a sick knockout.
Sick-ass knockout, right? But besides that, what's he done? He outlasted MVP by grappling him. Okay.
How impressive was that grappling?
So great. It's great when you see someone that's a white belt against someone that has never done ground game in his entire life.
Yeah.
That's a fun fight to watch. You guys definitely should check it out if you haven't seen it. I mean, Pratis, he kind of did the same thing with Pratis. He does this, I guess he won, but I mean, he's not winning the way the fan. I mean, I feel like because I used to be a fan of Ian Garry, and like, it's because I want to see him knock people out. I want to see the footwork. Like even the Neil Magny, that fight, he could have put out Neil Magny at any point. He just chose to keep on fucking leg kicking him for the entire fucking fight. Like, just put him out. What are we doing here? He said some shit about you? Okay, cool. Knock him out. That's what you want to see? That's what the fans came here to see. They didn't come here to see you like fucking close out the grudge that you have with fucking Neil Magny. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I wanted to see you put him to sleep. Like what fucking Carlos Pratis just did with Leon. That's what I want to see. That's what the fans want to see. So, I don't know. Maybe it's me being a little bit biased that he's just like a boring fighter. But you know who's a better boring fighter? Belal. Because I think that he's just going to go and wrestle him. And he's just going to take him to the ground. And his gas tank is better than Ian's. And he's just going to wear on him for 3 rounds. And I think it's going to be light work for Belal. And this is going to be the first time ever that I've bet on Belal.
I think that he's going to have a fine gas tank because it's only 3 rounds. Ian stuffed 8 out of 10 of Shavkat's takedowns. And Shavkat, I think, is pretty good grappler. So it's pretty good judgment on how good his grappling is. Hungry 27-year-old against an older 37-year-old. Belal is he's now lost his belt, which is what that was like his beacon. That's what he was drawn to. And now it's kind of looks like a climb back. I don't think he's climbing back to the belt. So, I mean, if he beats Ian, I don't think that puts him in belt contention.
I mean, he's technically, number 2? So I think he's still in there. I mean, I think he has to wait for
a while.
Because I don't think he's going to fight Islam. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if if Dana calls him up and he's like, hey, I want you to fight Islam, I think he's going to be like, no, like, we're brothers.
Well, then why is he here, But we saw Jack beat him. How'd he beat him? Footwork. We saw him pepper him up. But Jack boxes real close, right? Boxing with him, he outboxed him. Ian Garry's a kicker, so he throws a lot of kicks, a little lengthy. I think he's going to be able to evade and kind of point fight this one out for 3 rounds. Evade the shots. Everyone's going to say, wow, Ian Garry has such great ground game because he's evading the shots. And then that's going to set up that title shot. Ian beat Protez, who beat Leon in spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
Pretty good. MMA Math says Belal got beat by Jeff Neal, but Ian beat Jeff Neal.
Yeah. But Jeff Neal was like...
I know. But by MMA Math, I have Ian. That's why I have Ian. It's through all that stuff. Next up, we have Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker, the main event of the card.
This is going to be probably a pretty fun fight.
I have MMA Math on this one. You hear it?
Ooh, I am so ready for it.
Okay, so the overlapping variable for this fight has
Islam.
What?
Islam, right?
I was gonna say no. Did one of them beat Islam?
No, but they both fought Islam.
Oh no, but Gamrot is the one that I was looking at.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Gamrot, Arman fought a 5-round fight and lost to Gamrot. Dan Hooker fought a 3-round fight and won. So we have to look at the first 3 rounds, how those 3 rounds look, right? So I looked up the scorecards to find out what that was. The scorecard for Arman, the first 3 rounds, 29-28 for Arman unanimously. All of them. All 3 judges gave him that. Scorecard for Hooker was a split decision, 29-28. So for that reason, I have Arman Tsarukyan winning.
2 things on that. First, I have Arman as well, so it doesn't fucking matter. But second of all, I think the Arman Tsarukyan Gamrot fight is like hotly contested as a like bogus fight from the scorecards. Like, people talk about it all the time that he got robbed. Honestly, I did not watch that fight. When I was looking at this stuff, I'm not watching that fight. I'm sorry.
Not a Gamrot guy, huh?
Well, it's not even that. Just that. It's like Gamrot versus Arman. Like, I know what the fight's going to be. It's just going to be a grappling match. That just is what it is. But I just think that Arman he's gotten better since then as well. Hooker is definitely going to give him fits because he is the taller fighter.
He's the taller fighter, and also he has tattoos.
Yeah, he does have the tattoo mystique. I mean, whether or not that keeps after this weekend, it remains to be seen, obviously.
He's older, too.
Yeah.
He's also flying to Qatar.
Yeah.
From Australia.
Yeah, and Arman's just, taking a nice little, I don't know, Jetta over there or something.
A Jetta?
No, it's like a Rolls Royce or some shit.
Yeah.
He's bougie like that. I mean, he's probably traveling from Thailand, I'm assuming, right?
I don't know. I don't know where he's traveling from. But definitely a lot closer than Australia.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I just think that his grappling is going to be what takes him over the edge on this.
Yeah, I think he's going to have better entrances than Gamrot did against Hooker.
But I think that he's just going to, I don't think he's going to play games because he knows
what's on the line.
Yeah, what's at stake. Because he wants to go for the belt. He wants to.
It's also a 5-round fight. Arman is going to be looking very good in a 5-round fight. Dan Hooker, he's going to try to end it every round, though, which is going to make it very fun.
But if we're going to go by moments, at least Dan Hooker has the better moments than Arman.
100%. I agree.
How about that, Dan?
How about that, Dan?
No, what's it called? But in all seriousness, it's interesting how the 155 division, because everyone is trying to get that Topuria fight, right? In doing that, whenever they have to fight in spectacular fashion. because it's almost like an audition. It's like, I want to be the next top model, right? It's like, I want to be the guy that's going to fight Topuria next. So it's like, okay, no matter what, this is probably going to be a really, really, really good fight. And there's going to be some kind of finish, I'm assuming, because they have to fight like that. Because if they don't fight like that, they're not getting that title shot.
Well, that's how you think. But the problem with these fighters is they think that they're deserving of it. Well,
Yeah.
I beat that guy. I deserve that. That's why we see so many bad, boring wrestlers.
Yeah. It's like, hear me out, guys. I think the fans are the only ones that are allowed to do MMA math. No. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just also perception, right? Like, you'll hear people that fight in a card, and they're like, "Oh, that fight felt so close," and they watch it from a bird's eye view, and they're like, "Oh, it wasn't even close. I was getting fucking manhandled." Like, I think Poirier said that about the Holloway fight. He was like, "Yeah, I thought that was much closer," and then he rewatched it, and he was like, "Oh, nope." Good thing I put the gloves up, like,
Yeah.
and it's just is what it is. Like, the ego kind of gets in the way where you think that I'm on the same level of Ilia Topuria, because you have to think like that because you're a competitor.
Like when Sean O'Malley was reacting to the knockout.
Oh my god, that was the most real reaction. He was like, "I don't want that smoke."
He's like, thank God we didn't fight.
Yeah, he was like, "Dude, thank God someone ego checked me." Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, you don't want that smoke. Yeah, I think Arman's gonna win it. I think he's gonna probably either TKO him or submit him round 2 or 3. If I was a betting man, because he needs to get that done in order for it to be even talked about for him to fight Topuria. If he doesn't, then Topuria, like 95% chance that he's just fighting Patty, and you can move on. You're gonna probably have to fight whoever wins that fight in like October.
True.
And that's just is what it is. Maybe. I mean, it depends on the landscape after that, right? Like, what if Gaethje is like, you know what? I'll just fucking take a fight. He fights. We'll say BSD because we talked about it earlier. He fights BSD and he puts out BSD in an amazing fashion. He's over you, right? Because that's a fun fight for Dana to watch. Like, that's how you have to view this. That's why Pratis might get the next title shot, right? Because that was an amazing knockout. That's why Morales might get it, because that was a great knockout for him. That's how you have to view it. It's always an audition.
You don't think it's Prates versus Morales?
For a title eliminator?
That is a spicy fight.
Oh, that is a spicy fight.
But the reason I like those title eliminators as well is whoever wins, they go and then they like really prove it. Because those guys are like, I would hate to see Prates go, and let's say he does win the title, which he would not. But let's say he does win the title, right? He gets up here, wins the title, and then he owns the belt now. And then then Michael Morales goes up, and then it's the fight that we could have already had, but instead Morales goes up, he takes it. And now there's a new defender. And then Islam goes and he takes it. It's like
the weird
God.
Yeah, it's the weird rock paper scissors effect.
Yeah, we're just running circles. I hate when there's not a dominant champion. It's like we're just changing champions every so often.
I mean, I'm okay with it if it's a healthy division. Like if you just have a bunch of demons. But I mean, obviously the best case scenario is that you have the head demon, you got the fucking Marab, and then you got all these other killers that are trying to chop at the bit, and then they fight each other, and then the cream of the crop comes to the top, and what's it called? And then that's how you really get that good healthy division. That's why 155 was so competitive for so long. It's because you had Islam there, or you had Khabib, and then everyone else was just fighting each other to try to get to that title shot, or even 205 when John Jones was there. That's what I mean. He bred that division to be great.
Or even 145 when Conor McGregor was there.
Oh, 100%. 170 when Kamaru was there. That was a healthy 170 division when that happened. Adesanya, when Adesanya was on his reign, that was probably one of the healthiest 185 divisions.
135 when what's it called was there in the women's.
Oh, when Nunez was there. Obviously when Rose was there at I guess not Rose. Joanna
Jacek.
Yeah, Jan Jacek. When she was the queen of that division, that's when strawweight was at its healthiest. Flyweight, why is that the most competitive division in women's? Oh, that's because Shevchenko has been pretty much the champion, for the better part of 6 years.
Keeps everyone hungry.
Yeah, it keeps everyone hungry for that title shot. And in doing so, it makes everyone just compete with each other.
When GSP was there, when Volk was there, when all these people. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just sharpening everyone. And then in doing so, you're making the title shots even more impressive.
The craziest thing about that, right? So you're saying that a big champion that's reigning, it feeds the ecosystem, right?
Yes.
Isn't it crazy that Tom Aspinall doesn't fight often at all?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that that's why the heavyweight division is starving at this point? Because not enough people are hungry enough for it?
Yeah, there's also no one there that's kind of a target. Because I feel like even Aspinall is obviously the champ, right? No one really hates Aspinall. I think you need someone that's really villainous. Like even John Jones when he was there and that whole situation. That made it interesting to talk about. Aspinall right now is just not an interesting person to talk about.
Yeah, he's not an interesting champ.
Yeah, no offense. He's just a pretty plain vanilla guy. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's just no real edge to him where he can become a polarizing figure. The most polarizing thing about him is whether or not his eyes still works.
Yeah.
The
most polarizing thing is when he said, "Have you ever been fingered by a UFC fighter?" to Nina Drama.
Yeah, and then
that was weird.
That was weird. Look into that, FBI. No,
it is weird that he asked that and then he got fingered by Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. Huh?
Yeah, bro. Hey, Tom. Have you ever been fingered by a UFC fighter before?
Yeah, then fucking on top of it, Cyril Gahn was like, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Tom Green, solid reference. Oh, so good.
Just fucking did you just tout yourself for 30 seconds?
Don't worry.
Great reference. It's Daddy wants some sausage. It's from Freddie Got Fingered. Oh man, Tom Green, just perfect. He had sausage.
Great year.
All these things. You're like, what the fucking chill out, bro. I'm just sitting here all awkward, waiting for you to finish. I'm like,
yeah, I definitely think that Aspinall needs to start fighting more. And him versus Gahn's not going to be super interesting because how's that fight now go for you?
Aspinall.
You think Aspinall still?
If they redo it, Aspinall. He's Gahn is getting in the age, Oh,
okay.
And then on top of that, he's doing a tremendous amount of ground game. Ground game's so hard in your body with what type of ground game he's doing. He's doing takedown defense and all these things that, his knees are probably killing him right now. His joints, everything hurts. So, I don't know. That big of a dude doing that type of shit, I think that he's going to be a little busted up going into the next Tom Aspinall fight. I don't know when that would be either.
I agree. It just sucks because, Aspinall is really just holding the division hostage. Ironically enough, he's doing exactly kind of what everyone was roasting
John Jones
for doing.
I know.
And it's just but he doesn't have the resume to really do that. John Jones could do that because he puts butts in seats. He's fucking John Jones. But Aspinall, I feel, hasn't done enough in the UFC to warrant us waiting for him to return.
It's funny though, because I think that John Jones, after that whole incident, he was like, "Man, I should have taken that fight. It would have been easy.
Yeah. When he watched it with the Cyril Gane, he was like, oh, this is the guy they wanted me to fight?
Yeah.
Do you think that if they did fight, like let's say White House, they're like, yeah, John Jones, Aspinall, we're going to do that. Do you think John Jones?
I think John Jones takes that. Aspinall has that new age fighter type where he's like finding his range and he's like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to style, you know? And John Jones still has that John Jones thing where he's like, oh no, we're pressing forward. The only time John Jones is not initiating some type of hand fight or clinch or striking, ground, anything is if you're just too far away.
Yeah.
He's just walking towards you to get there. There's never a moment where he's just chilling out, catching his breath, because he knows he's not getting paid by the minute, you know?
Yeah. Not to continuously just only talk about John Jones, but I do love the fact that he constantly plays games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, he plays games with the media and all that stuff, but like, when he's fighting, he's always playing games. He's always, setting traps and things like that. He's always playing games within the game, and it's just so fun to watch. And I think that he would just set up way too many traps for Aspinall. I think he would be like, oh, what have you learned in the UFC? This is what I've learned in the UFC.
Yeah.
And it would just be too much for him.
All right, that's a wrap for this week's fights. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.